What up, what up? Peace, peace, peace. What about karma? Let's explain it. Let's talk about it this evening. Abdul Kul Tafalatat, Wabazun, Gama Farragoon, Shalel Kaloon. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. And I am one with all, and all is one with me. I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in all as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All does, I do. Istunje ilaku. Alright, peace, peace. Word. 5% knowledge, Chris Enlightened, Nubian, Kenyan. If you can hear me okay, press, if you're going to share this video on Facebook, press 2. And if you're going to invite 2 people on Instagram, please press 2 as well. I see you over there. Nubian Naps, Simply Joy. The name of this joint, or the title for this one is Karma. Let's talk about it. All right. Got a quick announcement I want to make. First, on May the 19th, I'm going to be in Atlanta with M. Rain. That's going to be crazy. I don't know the website off the bat, but it's listed on my webpage, or I'll have it somewhere, like on my bio or something in Instagram. But I'm just telling you, if you're in Atlanta and you mess with M. Rains and her whole Magical Mystic crew, I'm going to be the only brother on that panel with divine feminine energy is like the topic. So that's going to be crazy. 2 is going to be the weekend after that on the 24th. I'm going to be in Vegas, it looks like, for a relationship astrology workshop. And then in Halloween, we are doing a cruise. So I got to talk to the event person who's putting it together. But that's going to be something crazy. There's a masquerade party on the 31st. So if you're interested, please keep your ears open. That's it for right now. Mercury retrograde still is not over until the 18th. I have had such an interesting day yesterday and today concerning that, with like forgetting things and losing things and checking my character, making sure I kept my savage put up nice and tight, because he wanted to come out and I was like, nah, you can't come out. Yeah, so, and then I walked a lot today. Mercury retrograde is transportation. We went to the amusement park. That was real fun. But yeah. So anyway, let's get into it. What up, Ro? Mr. Aries, Phoenix, happy birthday. Team Aries, all of y'all. Big shouts out. Taurus, we coming shortly. It won't be too long from now. We got about 18 more days. Then we're gonna peel off with the best sign in the zodiac. Press 2 if you share this video on Facebook. If you dare, press 2 if you've already shared this, and press 2 on Instagram if you can invite at least 2 people. All right. I like to do that myself. Now I want to just get this off my chest so I can. Sometimes when I got something on my mind and I just want to share it, it'll just stay there until I get it off. So, karma. How many people look at karma as negative? If you've ever looked at karma as negative or bad, or when you hear the word karma, you're like, oh, that's terrible. Oh my God. Like, press 1 if you have looked at karma, or when you hear the word karma, the first thing you say is, oh, my karma is catching up with me. It was going to be bad. Oh, I used to think like that until good things started happening to me. I used to think that Dharma was the good and karma was the bad. No, Dharma is what I create now. So I can create some bad and I can create some good. I use the words agreeable and disagreeable. But karma is like that old school debt that's coming up. And it can be disagreeable or agreeable. And it could pop up when it's going to pop up when it pop up. But if you ain't working on your dharma daily, then the karma can fall up on you. So Karma is like you go to a restaurant and you pay for and you run a tab, but you don't pay. And let's say the tab was $100, right? Let's just go less than that. The tab was like $74.32, and you were at Mardi Gras, right? Thanks everybody for joining. What's up, Melville? Hey, Brittany. Please press 2. Also, introduce yourself. I'm Coach Khayr, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. If you're watching me on Instagram or Facebook or wherever, please introduce yourself with your zodiac team and what city and state you're in. So you're at Mardi Gras. It's hundreds of thousands of people. You're at this really established restaurant. You run up a tab of $70-some, and then you walk out and don't pay it. Some way they have your ID and they know that you still owe them some money, right? And Mardi Gras is like all that week, and that restaurant made a couple $100,000 that week. And then you didn't go back to Mardi Gras for another 2 or 3 years. And then you went back to Louisiana on just a regular average week during the week. It wasn't a weekend. There were no tourists there, no nothing, right? And you went to the same restaurant. And you sit down and it was like, oh, hey, Melba, you owe us $70-some. And Melba's like, man, the last time I don't owe y'all no money. The last time I was here was, 3 years ago. And it was like, you still owe us the money. And then Melba or Monisha or Destiny Grind may say, or Apollo may say, but I don't owe you no money because you done already made that money back. Like, you're not out of business. That was only $76. Yeah, but it was a contract. You needed a service from us, the food, the drinks, the everything, the table being cleaned. And then you, on the contract, the assumed contract, you're supposed to give us our money. But what? You didn't. So it's still open-ended until you close it, until you close this book. So you got to go ahead and you owe us this. It doesn't matter whether it was 3 days, 30 minutes, or 30 years. It's the same thing. What up, Sincere 7? Team Leo in Atlanta, I see you. And it's the same thing with your karma because you have more than one. You have more than one lifetime that you are here. When you reincarnate, you may not bring your memory, but you bring all of your tabs. You bring your books. The karma is your books. So there's accounts receivable and there's accounts payable. If you're very happy about paying your karma or doing the thing that you're supposed to do, that's like working your dharma. Then what? It's all good. You don't have as much of these things come at you at the wrong time. But you can put anything on your books. You can put loving people, paying it forward. But you can put beating somebody up, cheating on somebody, being a nasty person, killing someone. All that can be on your karma from several lifetimes ago, right? Now, what is several lifetimes? Not just 1, 2, 3, 4, but 100, 200, 1,000, 15,000 lifetimes. So many years, because if you just do the math, somebody say 1,500 times 70 and tell me what that is. Just say, let's say 1,500 times 70. Or let's just say 1,500 times 100. 1,500 times 100 is 1.5 million, right? So 1.5 million is the number of years. And if you live to be 100 years, and then you stayed out 100 years in between each lifetime. So let's say you reincarnated 750 times, lived to be 100 years. And then in between each lifetime, you stayed gone for 100 years. So the earth is well over 1 billion years old. So you could easily have reincarnated 750 times and lived 100 years. So that's easy work. But everybody hasn't done 100. Some of us have only done what? You might have done 4 years. You might have come and died as a child. You may have died in the womb. You may have got aborted. You may have lived to be 14 and got in a car accident, or Stray bullet could have hit you when you was 35, or you could have went to war. All types of stuff. But everything that you put on the books is yours, right? So, and how you end up a life on your level of consciousness is where you're going to start on that next level. So that's why I say, people, you don't go back from person to animal to rock. I want to be a rock next time. It took you a lot to get to a person. Just to have human consciousness took you a lot. So you're not going to just be able to you're not going to just be able to go backwards to a rock or an animal. This is the ish right here where you at this particular stage of being a human being. What's up, Aya? How you doing? Thanks for joining. Shanti, what's happening? In my lane, I see you over there. Thank you for joining. Please press 2 if you invited 2 people, or you shared this on your page. Somebody needs to know about their karma, right? So Dharma, though, is when you working it off consciously, or when you're doing something that you ain't got no business doing here. You can create negative dharma, but the karma is what's on the books. So a lot of people try to charge things to the game. They be like, oh, well, I can just charge it to the game. Nobody saw me do it. Your soul is the collector. Your soul is the books. Your DNA. So you come back with a disease, come back with an abnormality, or come back with a talent, is something that's on the books, right? So you can't escape your karma, but you can work on it all the time. But you don't have to rush into like some karma that may be disagreeable. So when I look at the whole Nipsey Hussle situation, I do not want to be on this too long, because that's my quick one. The reason I said people were stupid, if they said it was government, or it was a hater, or he was gonna do Dr. Sebi's such and such. So now these are all the rumors. Guess what? It's still karma. You out of here. If you die a natural, peaceful death in your sleep, that's your karma. If somebody gun you down in broad daylight in the street, that's your karma. Nobody's even mentioning that's the karma. Hey, Kyoka, Team Pisces in the building. What up, Divine Siren? How you feeling? Peace, peace to the goddess. So what are you, like, why is everybody not discussing that was that brother's karma? Right. It was also the karma of the people around him. His immediate family, that was a part of their karma, because they're in his spiritual house. What up, Deidre? How you doing, Sonya? Peace, peace, peace. Please state your name and your zodiac and what city and state you came from if you just joined. And press 2 if you share this on your page. Yes, I do like for people to share the video. There we go. Chi-Town, Team Aries. Happy birthday, all my Aries. Why would you try to overlook that? A lot of the people who are saying this, who I consider them to be imbeciles, why aren't you teaching somebody? Why would you lead somebody on about there's a plot against you when you're not even discussing what's inside of you? The whole discussion about higher consciousness and enlightenment should be about driving you back inward to where you are. What debts do I owe? What rewards am I supposed to receive? I want to get out here with my hands open like this, like Monk begs for rice. If you got something for me, then let me get it. Especially if it's wonderful. If it's not so wonderful, then I got to face that too. And maybe it was his karma to set up the system, show the way it could be done, buying up the block. Because he don't got Kevin Durant money. He don't got Steph Curry money. But he was out there buying up the block where he was raised at. Now, Steph Curry and them could be buying up a block. Maybe these cats could be like, you know what? This is what I need to be doing. I need to be buying up the block where I'm at. Maybe that was the whole karmic piece that he needed, was to inspire some folks through that tragic shaking up like that. But also, he also said that's the block he used to hustle on. Did he ever do dirt in that block? Did dirt come back to him? Malcolm X said chickens come home to roost. We're like, oh my God, Malcolm was assassinated. Malcolm was assassinated. But guess what Malcolm was doing before he got in the Nation of Islam? Putting dirty stuff on his books. If you put some dirty stuff on your books before and you know of it, press 3. 3 is not a dirty number, but just press 3 if you put some dirty stuff on your books and you know of it. And you, sometimes you be like, looking over my shoulder. Is that stuff going to come back? Press 33 if you've put some dirt on the books and it has come back and you know that it's from your stuff. Press 3 if you've done something. Press 33 if you've done something and it came back and you're just like, oh boy. What up, Venus? Shakira, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. So all of us have. I can definitely throw up to 33. You know what I mean? And or thought I got away with something and then it still came back and hit me in my head. What up, Andrea? So, but at the same time, I've had some blessings come up for me too. I've had some blessings come up for me too. And I was like, yo, that had to have come since it came out of nowhere. That's probably something that's sitting on some good idea that I forgot about. I like to, if I do something big, or if I do something good, I try to be, that's just a regular day's work. Because I've done regular days work of dirt. Oh my goodness. So I'd rather just now do regular days of good and let my soul record it and keep it popping. That's my formula for creating the type of dharma and karma that I want to have with me. What up, Stephanie? So when I see the example of Nipsey or anybody getting shot, like I don't know Nipsey, he wasn't a friend of mine. He did good music, I assume, but he also wrote a song called Bullet Ain't Got No Name on It. And he was in a white t-shirt laying in a puddle of blood on the video. I would have pulled that video off the internet. I wouldn't have left that energy out there. Somebody said one of his last videos, he was walking through a cemetery. Listen, it don't matter. It could come around, karma could come around real, real slow or come around real, real fast. Some people, how they birth charts are set up, some of the things are going to come to you later on in life, like the fortunes. It's going to come to you later on in life. Who's that? Fishy man? Peace. What up? Halia Grace. Thanks y'all for joining. Roa, I see you. Peace. So the key is to think about what am I creating on my books? Not, I'm just going to charge it to the game. Breathing power. What's that? Breathing power in things you don't want is an epidemic. Chris Enlighten, talk that talk. Breathing life into something that you don't want is an epidemic. Right. And then you say, well, I'm doing good now, so this shouldn't come back to me. Is the book straight? Or are your books straight? Is the book straight? Are the books straight? Are your books straight? If your books ain't straight, then karma could be coming right back around the corner. Brittany, you should come over on your day off and talk to me about all the classes I need to create. Because you seem to be a great manager and help me. But I would love to do that. Some of those, one of the things for me is I'm not going to litter. I used to throw so much trash and I used to litter on the earth. I used to just throw trash on the earth. I used to throw bottles out windows, bags. I wouldn't care. I just pull over to the slow lane, roll the window down, throw bags of trash out. Who cares? Never. If you're in my car and you do that, we stop and you're going to get it. Now, if it's biodegradable, a banana peel, piece of chewing gum, something like that, that might happen. Because it's compost. I might do something like that. But normally, I just got a bag in the car. I just put it in there, and then when I get where I'm going, I go ahead and just throw it away later on. Feel what I'm saying? So, but my karmic debt could also be accounts receivable. Well, I got a lottery coming to me. Or I got a connection to somebody that gives me the hookup. and was like, you know what? I saw you. I know my friend over here, they're looking for somebody to do a new podcast or host their show in Atlanta or in Tennessee, and they're gonna pay you to move over there. What? That's my debt too. That's somebody's debt to me that I work for. So stop looking at karma as so negative, or I can't get this done, yada yada yada, or it's gonna be bad for me. It's not bad for you. It's what's coming. You did it. You did it, bro. You at the center of your universe, sis. So get through your head that whatever is being manifested is because you put it down. Okay? Chris said, I was a little bug too. Now I despise hurting my earth. Yeah, I can't champion too many causes, especially causes that involve people, right? So I got a friend that says if I buy from Walmart, then I'm adding to the grief of the underpaid workers at Walmart. Well, she's an Aquarius, and that's her humanitarian effort type thing. But that's not me. I don't feel that way, because the people who are underpaid working for Walmart, guess what? That's their karma too. I went to Cuba recently, and I was like, man, look how these people are. They don't have the advantages I have. They don't have access to the things that I have access to. I was like, that's their karma. They chose their mother and their father. The rules don't change. The rules don't change. I chose my mother and my father. So guess what? That's the country I was born in. And I had a woo-wee moment and was like, whew, I wish I knew Spanish, but I'm glad I was born in Washington, D.C. with the parents that I have, as dysfunctional as they did. This Sunday I'm off, and I'll be right here at the house waiting. We can talk about it. I'm an Aquarius, and until Walmart goes out of business, I'll be shopping there. Thank you, Miss Chris. Right. But littering is something I personally, because I feel that the earth is like watching everybody who throws something. The earth is watching every foot that you pick up and put down. Is he doing it in peace? Is he doing it with malice? Doing it with love in his heart? Is he absent-minded? What's happening? So, like, I was just thinking about when we was in Cuba, and Joker was just like, man, I gotta go to the bathroom. They was like, man, you better go out there in that ocean and pee. And I was like, wow, I love diving in the ocean. But daggone, people are definitely peeing in the ocean. And I was like, people pee on the ground? Is that, like, what is that? What's, I don't know about that. I really don't even, I didn't even like that thought. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd be like, peeing in the ocean? Yeah, people are already doing it, but there's a bathroom up here. I'm going to walk up here and go to the bathroom. These are just some of the thoughts that I be having as a 3-5, you know what I'm saying, emotional generator. That's me. Chris Enlighten said, your financial karma dictates how much money you can make. Karma can be disagreeable or agreeable. Do I do individual astrology charts? Yes, since 2001. So this is my 18th year. It'll be my 18th year anniversary. Thanksgiving. Professionally since 2008. So I've been doing astrology charts since 2008. If you'd like to get a consultation with me, you can go over to coachkastrology.info. If somebody would please type that out, I'd appreciate it. And you can get a session. If you're just on Instagram, you can just go to my profile, go to the link in the bio, click the link, and it'll be right there at the top. No worse than the salt that the whales add to the ocean. I got you. Galveston water so dirty, but people be in it. Hey, man. Things happen. So it's all my trip to Cuba. When I was like, these people work so hard. The United States is keeping this country down. They're using sorcery on this country. And I was like, everybody here, this is a part of their karma. The people in Indonesia, that's their karma. The people in Africa who dying of starvation, who used to, we don't hear about them no more, that's their karma. The people who, migrant workers and working for less than $1 a day, that's their karma. For me to come over here and be able to get money as any way I want to get it legally, that's my karma. My man called me at 10 o'clock the other morning, and I went to bed like 6 in the morning. I wanted to sleep a little longer. I answered the phone, and was my karma was on the phone. Sometimes your karma will call you on the phone and be like, yo, I got an idea. I got a new update. I just got back from traveling with this Chinese company speaking about blockchain, and I got something I want to put on your heart so you can put some champagne. Let me put some champagne in your campaign. And I was like, that's my karma. And then when I got to his office, he pays $1,500 a month for rent. He's been gone for 6 months and still been paying rent. He's got other super G's in there, software engineers. I'm talking about Josh Michael Phoenix, if you still on here. And then everybody that came in there, and Josh was like, Coach, tell them who you are and what you do and what your ideal is. They all poured in my cup. They all poured in my cup individually. They all solved problems for me, and I left out of there overflowing. So that was a part of my karma too. Some of the things I learned in there probably gonna make me a couple $100,000 once they're replied. Down the long, really probably a couple millions of dollars if I get it together. Right, if I have the right team. But no negative karma whatsoever. Well, no, it wasn't no negative karma. I don't know. I caught a ride on Uber. I bought some food. I was so hungry. I bought some food and then got home and left it in my car. Left it in the car, and the guy wouldn't bring my food back to me. Ooh, I was salty as a Taurus. I was so salty. So hey, that was that. M. Rain sent you. That's what's up. Does ancestral karma trickle down to each generation? What up, Gamble? The Lash Salon. Peace, peace. In setting, yes. In your settings. So my great-grandfather and my grandfather were multi-millionaires. And my daddy died broke. Right. And did not leave me any money. He was buried on credit. He didn't have any insurance. He had debt that he owed So my father's grandfather's millions and his father's millions of karma and good deeds did not trickle down to him because you are still in the center of your universe. Right? So your karma is your karma. Just like Gamble never tells us he's my coach in trading. He never tells us about how his father was a magnificent trader and how he comes from a long list of traders. He doesn't. But he's created his own dharma through doing the work of learning how to trade and teach others. He ain't told us no stories about he's from a long line of teachers. So does ancestral karma follow you? Nah, it doesn't. But we try to make it seem like it does when we keep trying to say that, well, since we come from slavery, then we got slavery over us too. Bruh, I don't got no slavery, nothing on me. I don't come from slaves. I don't acknowledge, I don't think like a slave. I think like a king. I speak like a king. I do my best to move like a king. Nah, it skipped it skipped my daddy. Right. Definitely skipped my daddy. But his brother caught some of it, but my aunt didn't catch any of it. And another one of my uncles died an alcoholic. Right. So I don't really go with the ancestral societal karma. So there's societal karma, then probably ancestral karma, then your own karma. But if we start working individually on our own karma, it's not a bloodline. I'm when it, I got an immortal gene in me. I'm working on cultivating it. Like some of my other friends and family on here that I know for sure, they trying to cultivate their immortality. I'm not sure how long I'll be here. I could be here a few thousand years, but guess what? Whenever I do leave, it won't be nothing slave about me. It won't be nothing slave about me that I have left behind. So when I leave, it ain't gonna be nothing slave about me that I leave behind, and I'm gonna be into some king shit, basically. King talk, king walk, king money, king ideals, king relationships, all of that. Right. Ain't gonna be about I learned from slaves and slaves taught me this. I don't want to associate with nothing that our slaves do. I'm past that. I don't want to go back and try to relive my third grade stuff or whatever. That's done too. I went to a AARP. It was some older people, and they wanted me to do Tai Chi for them and teach them Tai Chi and Qigong, or just talk about it and give them a demonstration, right? What up, Ms. Walker? Derek Kirkland is in the building. I see you. Peace, peace. Queen Goddess Denise, how you feeling? And I was in there talking like I talk. We did the Qigongs, we did the Tai Chi, we went outside, and it was an OG outside, and I don't know, I walked with him to his car or something, and he said, young boy, you got a lot of stuff in you. You know when they call you young blood or young boy, he can tell you something. He said, you got a lot of stuff in you. He said, but what you need to do is die empty. I said, die empty? He said, it's a lot of jokers in the graveyard that died full. They did not get everything out while they were here. They had excuses why they couldn't do something. He said, die empty, young blood. Die empty. That's how I approach consciousness. That's how I approach relationships. My lady be like, yo, you ain't have to tell me that. My bag, I ain't taking it with me. Now, some stuff that's private and sacred I can take with me. But daggone, some stuff, and I be, like, hey, some people, but like an ideal or something like that, or maybe even a hypothesis that could turn into something else, I'm going to share that. So that's me. So die empty is one of my strategies in my consciousness. Right. Ain't going to be nothing in there I'm trying to take left over. I already done put money up and keep continually putting money up and my efforts up for my afterlife. If I make it to somebody's altar, if that's the case, if I dip out and my immortal gene don't kick off, then that's wonderful. But it's gonna be on me. I ain't doing all this so somebody will. My nephew does not know nothing about no altar work. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna serve the community and act as if I'm an ancestor. I'm gonna try to earn my keep in case I do, but I don't even like talking like that. All I like talking about is immortality, seeing 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, stuff like that. She said if a rooster come home to roost, if you move your home, might one dodge that bullet. Malcolm changed his resident, but the rooster still came home. Malcolm changed his residence, but the rooster still came home. Iris, I so hope you made your plane to Africa right now. I know you was trying to get over there. I hope you made it. Alexis, what's happening with you? Thanks everybody for sharing the video. Press 2 if you shared the video. On Instagram, press 2 if you invited 2 people. Who got any comments, questions, or feedback? Does anybody want to jump on the screen real quick and give me some feedback and we chop it up before I go? Yes. The green screen is not a joke. Like, the Apple is right here. The Windows is over here. I'm updating both of them. Some other things are coming. I'm very excited right now with the things that I have popping off. Yeah. Super excited. I need something to late night snack though. if I want to stay up too much longer. But I got a client at 11, so I can't do too much tonight. Okay, well, we ain't gonna hold you. You got to step out. On a scale of 1 to 10, please press, 10 if you really enjoyed what the share was tonight. 1 if you don't ever want me to come back. What was the biggest thing that you took away from this discussion tonight about karma? All right. And what was helpful. Fairly new to natal charts. How accurate is it if you don't know the time you were born? Everybody who's familiar with me and they say they don't know what time they're born. If you do not know the time you were born and your astrologer does not know how to calculate the time you were born, you will be 1/3 off. But me, can anybody want to let this person know? Yeah, Cosmophysics, that's what we do. We verify the time of birth first, and then we go in to give you 100% accuracy. Or 90-something like that. But that's not a big deal anymore. But if you go to somebody, this is a side note, if you go to someone and you don't know your time of birth, and they say it doesn't matter, then you're about to get beat out of your money. Just like that. If they tell you don't worry about it, we can figure it out, then you straight. That's an exceptional astrologer. Those are the cats I hang with. So yeah, if you want to come through, we'll definitely verify the time and get that for you. If you don't have a time, if you were adopted, if you just need the time of birth but you don't want a reading, I do that for free. I do take donations, but hey, if you need your birth time and then you don't want me to do a reading, you want to go somewhere else and let somebody else do it, that's fine with me too. Yes, it's called rectification. Brittany says, I always say karma knows everybody's address. Karma does know everybody's address. Booking info, CoachKAstrology.info. And somebody type that, CoachKAstrology.info. Alexis said, Real Deal Holyfield Astrology. Yay! Oh, don't do that right now. Okay. Well, Instagram, I really appreciate y'all, but we're getting ready to get up out of here. My birth certificate had the wrong time. Coach Khayr told me the correct time, and my reading was accurate. Oh yeah, we had to get Andrea straight. So yes, IB Slam or IB Slam, CoachKAstrology.info, or you can just DM me. Really, you can go to my profile since you on Instagram and just click the link in the profile, and it'll be right there at the top. It's real easy. I gotta schedule my natal chart reading soon. You should. You sent somebody to me and they got theirs done. Now they in front of you. They got theirs done and you sent them to me. Catch the replay. That's what's up. Let me get this prayer on before the battery dies on Instagram. I love y'all, yo. Anabakoa Gijala Kiminka. Tatia Tezara. Kabel Renat. Amcha Sagvanu. Tahara Nunara. Nah Gibor the Shay Yekadeka. Kavavat Shamran. Barkam Taram Rakame. Tazika Taker. To meet Gamblin. Kasin Kodosh Baruf. Tufka na Helada Taker. Yakid Gehelam Chapanez. Okrea Katushka Taker. Shavatanu Kabel Ushma Tazakatanu Yodea Ta'alamot. Baruch Shem Kovomakuto Lalam Vaed. Amen. Peace, fam. I love y'all. Nico, where the hell you been? Love you. Peace. Nico, we already had this conversation. We wish you'd have been here with us, but you know about karma. And if you don't, guess what? You gonna learn one day. Nah, everybody. Just what I had were just reminders. So, all right, y'all. I love y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all soon. Peace. It's always something at the end when you try.